What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Afternoon's Delight. Let's talk about it, y'all. Y'all want to talk about this? All right, let's go ahead and talk about this one, man. Let's talk about this one, man. I want to talk about this right before Mania, bro, because this is going to be the last chance I'm going to have a chance to talk about this, man, because whatever they do at Mania or after Mania, it's going to be set in stone. So I wanted to get my last little thoughts on this, and then we're going to go from here, man. So let's get to it. Now, we have a situation. So I did a video that y'all need to go check out. I'm going to put it in the end screen as well. Y'all can also click on the card in the upper right hand corner about Indi Hartwell needing to join damage control. Also made a video about Trish Stratus needing to lead damage control. Came out with that one about 2 weeks ago. I'm going to make sure if I can remember, I'm going to put both of them in the end screen and in the card in the upper right hand corner so y'all could go check them out. Definitely watch those videos. They're pretty long, but definitely worth listening to because I give some very interesting insights on there. Some very creative booking type stuff on there that y'all need to listen to, man. But we need to talk about this, man, because I've been talking about this shit for a while. And on Monday, it really made me think like, let's make this switch. Let's make this switch. So I didn't get a chance to cover this on Raw because I was kind of skipping Raw, and I'm going to skip SmackDown tonight because of WrestleMania weekend. I'm going to have such a busy weekend covering this stuff. Got Stand and Deliver as well. I wanted to rest up. I didn't really want to. Didn't feel like there need to be more videos that need to get put up based on those two events and stuff like that. So I mean those two shows. So, but Io Sky had one hell of a match. TV match at that against Becky Lynch, right? It was a great match. The crowd was into it. It felt like a pay-per-view match, pay-per-view quality match. And we know how the fans are sometimes doing women's matches, when they're not, especially when they're not booked well. The crowd is usually silent. Later on in the night, we had the last qualifying match for the women's four-way tag team match at WrestleMania on Sunday. Where, who was it? Sonya Deville and I believe Chelsea Green won the match. Crowd was quiet. But guess when it was loud? They was really loud when Becky Lynch faced Io Sky. I said, this is a match y'all got to do in the future again on a pay-per-view or PLE event, man. Like, this was PLE quality all the way. To me, one thing that I noticed was that with Io Sky getting that kind of reaction from putting in a good match with Becky Lynch, I said it's time to get her out of damage control. I'm like, bro, it's time to get Io Sky on up out of damage control, bro. And I would do it pronto Monday night, kick her out of the group type stuff. Have Bayley and Dakota Kai turn on her. Now, originally, I was going to have them turning on Bayley, Dakota Kai and Io Sky turn on Bayley, so that Trish will be the new leader, which is another interesting swerve since she's supposed to be a heel to face Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. So if Trish Stratus is going to be staying around a little longer, why not just have a lead damage control, right? So that was my idea in that Trish Stratus video that y'all need to go watch. But like I said, I saw that and I said, man, this is the right time to turn Io Sky into a babyface. She had a really good match, and I believe she'll be very popular like an Asuka. I think, Asuka doesn't even talk, and she's still over with the fans. So I'm like, bro, you can do the same thing with Io Sky. You do the same exact thing with Io Sky, man. And it'll be crazy because we could get a Japanese feud between Asuka and Io Sky at some point if Asuka has the title. The Raw Women's Championship, man. That'd be pretty cool, right? But I would consider that. And the reason why I consider that is because, let's say Indi Hartwell is joining the main roster. Why not put her in damage control to replace her? And then you can start building that group up with a couple of more members. Maybe a Zoe Stark if she's on the main roster as well. You know, you can start to enhance damage control, bro. I would even, man, it probably don't make no sense to do this, but if Trish Stratus was to steal the group away from Bayley, you could have Trish Stratus in there while Bayley is still the leader. Have Trish turn on Lita and Becky, and she joins damage control, and they're co-leaders until Trish takes over the group completely. And then you got Indi Hartwell, who's in a position where she can take whoever the main leader is out at some point in the future and take over damage control in the future. And make that her own group. You know what I mean? And then I was going to kind of fool, like, I've gotten deeper into this in the other 2 videos. That's like I got to watch them. But it could all come full circle if eventually when Cora Jade is on the main roster, in probably the next 2, I'm going to say like 2 years, Cora Jade can literally take over damage control. And it'd be her group on the main roster. It'd be her group. You know what I mean? Like, how genius would that be if they told that story? It all comes full circle for this to be Cora Jade's group at the end of the day. Because I love what they do with Bullet Club. They always switch up the leaders, right? Like, Jay Switchblade White was just the leader, right? You know what I mean? He was just the leader. That's crazy. Now he's not the leader no more. And they always change up the leaders in Bullet Club. That's why I love. That's what damage control. Damage control could be like a female version of Bullet Club. Always changing the leader out. You know what I mean? And like I said, the damage control can work. Look, I don't want to hear this BS that it can't work, because people who say that aren't creative. They aren't creative. They don't know what they're talking about. That's like the main thing. Those people don't know what they're talking about. They don't have a creative bone in their body. They can't book. That's why they say, it'll never work. It'll never work. It'll never work because you're not creative. You don't have a creative bone in your body. That's why you say it can't work. Look, if something ain't working in wrestling, I'm telling you right now, I could make that shit work. And I don't mean to get cocky, but trust me, if something's not working in pro wrestling, that's going to make me, like, for me, that's a dream. If I feel like the odds are against me to turn something around, that's just going to infuse me to turn it around. Like, give me that opportunity. Like, I'll look straight forward to being the one that turns a failing group around. Give me that opportunity, because I can turn it around quick. Because all it is you need the right parts and you need the right leader. That's it. And so far, damage control, look, they got 3 really good ladies, especially in the ring. Especially in the ring, no doubt about it. The problem is, I think none of these 3 women have been able to get themselves over on the mic. And, you know, Bayley hasn't been that strong consistently on the mic. She was this past Monday, but, like, for the most part, Bayley has struggled on the mic, getting the group over. They haven't given Dakota Kai the mic enough. And we know Io Sky don't know English, so she can't, she, I think she knows English, but I don't think she speaks it well. And the thing is like, when you have that type of situation, you're not going to succeed. If nobody can talk in a group, you're not going to succeed. And like I said before, that group was put together kind of wrong anyways, because, bro, you never did introduce Dakota Kai and Io Sky to the casual audience that watches your main roster shows, the main shows, Raw and SmackDown. You can't assume everybody watches NXT, bro. Yeah, us hardcore wrestling fans, we watch NXT, but we know that the casuals don't watch it. They might know of popular people like Mandy Rose originally came from the main roster, so they knew who Mandy Rose was. They knew who, but they also knew who Gigi Dolan, JC Jane was, because Toxic Attraction was probably the best booked thing in the entire women's division for a 15-month period, right? And the thing is like, when you think about it, that's crazy how that is something that's true, right? So I was looking at this situation, and I was just like, that's why Damage Control isn't over. Nobody cares about Dakota Kai Io Sky because they don't know who the hell they are, and then Bayley can't get them over. Bayley's a legend in her own right. She's already been established, but Bayley still can't get them over because she's not doing good on the mic. If Becky Lynch had the group, it's probably over a lot better, to be honest, because she's good on the mic. It's probably definitely over a lot better if Becky Lynch has the group. We know this. And that's what's so crazy about it, is that you know that in the back of your mind, like if Becky Lynch had the group, it's probably over a lot better. And that's what they got to work on. See, my original plan was I was going to have Carmella lead the group because I always felt like Carmella was a better talker than she was an in-ring worker. But I don't know where they're going with. I don't even know what they're going with Carmella at all, because at first I thought she was going to be with Chelsea Green. Now all of a sudden Chelsea Green is partnered with Sonya Deville, so I'm like, where are y'all going with this? You know what I mean? So it's like, what are you doing? And I would even say Sonya Deville is probably a better leader too, because she can get on the mic better than Bayley. So, but she just not booked right at all. That's why a lot of people call Sonya or Jobber Deville, because she ain't booked good. Right? So we need to do better. We need to do better. And I think you have Io Sky go her own way. Look, if you're going to have Asuka turn heel, have Io Sky replace her as the babyface. I think Io Sky could get way over without talking as a babyface. I truly do. Because her in-ring talent speaks for itself. Like, I feel like Damage Control is doing nothing for her right now. Whereas I think Damage Control can help other girls. See, that's the thing. Damage Control can help some of these other girls out. Whereas I don't think Io Sky needs the group at all. You know what I mean? So that's why I said, you know, some of these NXT girls, which are just coming up, put them in the group like an Indi Hartwell, but showcase Indi Hartwell as somebody who people are going to take seriously. You know, and my whole thing is Damage Control should be booked just as well as Toxic Attraction was in NXT. There's no excuse why a WWE main roster female faction can't do better than Toxic Attraction did. There's no excuse for it. And it's just because it's just with better booking. And like I said, getting the parts that's in it better. Getting some more better females in that group to solidify it a little bit better. You know what I mean? And I think and then you tell a really good storyline that people actually care about. You know what I mean? You tell a good storyline. You know, Blackpool Combat Club at AEW right now had a really good storyline that started last week. And now people are really caring about what's going on with now Bryan Danielson has turned heel. He's in the group now. He's the 4th member. And they had a good storyline, you know, set up with Don Callis, the Young Bucks getting attacked, going to the hospital and stuff like that. Kenny Omega's in the middle of everything. Adam Hangman Page, can he trust him? All this stuff, man. Damage Control needs to have a really good storyline. They need, look, man, the Bloodline, it's not complex. Like the way the Bloodline storyline has been booked, it's not complex at all. If you know how to book, that's like easy booking. That's not complicated booking at all right there. You're just telling the Roman Reigns story But what you did was you just set up a story with an outsider like Sami Zayn, and then you came full circle with how Jay has kind of been, I don't know, I want to say brainwashed by Roman Reigns ever since the last 3 years. Him and his brother. And now they're you know, at some point they're starting to become more independent of recognizing what Roman Reigns has done to him. We could do that with this damage control group, where not the same storyline, but I will put it in a position with Indi Hartwell, where Indi Hartwell wants to take over the group. And we as fans know about it early before Bayley knows about it, or Trish, who's ever the leader of the group, knows that Indi Hartwell is setting things up to take over. She gets close enough to Dakota Kai to get in her head to get ready to turn on them, right? And take over damage control. You could tell that story. And everybody's wondering what week it'll be when she finally takes the group from them. Just like they did with Sammy, what was going to be the week when Roman Reigns was going to beat this dude up. And he did it at Royal Rumble, savagely. And you could do a similar situation. You did a really good job with the Dom and Ray thing, the Dom and Ray storyline. Dom, in just 6 months' time, the guy couldn't even talk back in September. In 6 months' time, this guy is generating good heel heat, and he's really good on the mic now. And he's telling his story with his father as a bratty kid that turned on his father. Like, bro, you did it with that one. And to me, most Family Feud storylines aren't really good. This one's actually really good, you know. And then you had like the Rhea Ripley thing with Edge and Beth Phoenix, where she savagely attacked Beth at Extreme Rules, and it made you want to care about wanting to see Beth get her revenge against her. Like, you need to be able to do this with damage control, right? For people to care about damage control, you got to do some new stuff with them this year, some savage stuff. You know what I mean? Some stuff where, oh, I hate them bitches, or I hate damage control. Like, do people really hate damage control? No, I'm talking about, like, for the stuff that they do on the show as far as heel heat type stuff. People hate them for a different reason. They hate them because they don't want to see them on the TV screen. Because they're absolutely booked like trash. You don't want that. You want a real reason. You want the Dom reason. You want people to hate them like they hate Dom, like they hate Roman Reigns right now. Like, you want the actual heat that they provide on the TV, right? You want that. You got a built-in storyline right now where the fans will get behind Io Sky. You kick her out of the group. The fans are rooting hard for Io Sky. You know what I mean? She got kicked out of the group for no damn reason. You know, just so Indi Hartwell could get in there. You could build that, and you could make Indi that person like, we hate Indi because she replaced Io Sky. You know what I mean? Unjustly. And then you just build Indi Hartwell into this big heel, bro. She's doing some savage stuff. Hitting people hard like Tony Storm and the Outcast. Like, dude, you could do some stuff with Indi Hartwell, bro. With this. It's all open for you. You just have to book it good. Like, I'm giving you good reasons what you should do right now. Sending people to the hospital, you know, do what Hogan did. I always said this. The best heel moment I've ever seen in the WWE was when Hulk Hogan and the NWO first came to the WWE. When they first came to the WWE, it was the night after No Way Out. When they debuted in No Way Out. And then it was the Raw after that. Hogan took out The Rock and called him, I'm about to lay the smackdown on his crippled ass. Like, go back and watch that Raw episode with NWO on Raw, bro. I think they was in Chicago. And they was in the parking lot, and they did some savage stuff to The Rock in the parking lot, bro. Driving the truck around. Like, we ain't seen nothing creative like that with damage control. Throwing people off of a bridge. You know, doing some good vignettes like that. Like, they don't do nothing really that creative. They just have them jumping on people at times. But, like, that's not going to get them over, bro. You got to do something savage. take someone, put someone out of action for a few months, man. Like, bro, you got something here with damage control, but you got to do a lot more. And you got to change the parts. The first thing I would do is Io Sky could be one of your main baby faces. Now that Asuka's turning, Io Sky could be one of your main baby faces, bro. This is your chance. People loved her in that match, bro. This is your chance to bring in somebody new. And you don't got to bring in Indi right away. If you want to wait till the draft, if the draft is still going to be in May, you could wait until then. But whatever you do, bring in some new people, bro. I would love to see Zoe Stark be in this group too, as an enforcer, like a Solo Sokoa. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, damage control could be fixed just like that. Just like that. And I will use starting this weekend in the Raw at the Mania to start building a new looking version of damage control, bro. I will start this weekend, bro. But let's see what they do with it, man. Enough talking for me. Let's see what they do with it. This match is actually tomorrow. There's one with Lita, Trish, and Becky against damage control. So I'm going to make sure I try to get this video out. Probably going to get it out today. But I'm going to make sure I get it out, y'all. Thank y'all for watching this one. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Any comments I got, definitely put them below. Thank y'all for watching this one. Afternoons to light.